So yeah, welcome guys, welcome to the part 2 of our session. Today, right now we'll be covering this part. As you see this part which is there, which has this box, the save button, this date, and here we can type ASK and save. So we'll be covering this part guys on today's session. Okay. So in part 1, what we did was we covered the left pane, right guys? So now left pane and right pane styling, both of them are completely different. Okay, so you don't have to worry about if you haven't done left pane, maybe you will not be able to do right pane. That is not required. That will be required tomorrow. Okay, so when we do context API, and as I said yesterday, it's gonna make a difference of 2 to 3 lakhs in your salary if you're negotiating with some company. So please join that session. Okay, so now we have this left pane over here. Okay, we have this nice left pane. So let's just do one thing. Okay, let's just on click of add, what should happen over here? See, on click of add, what is happening? There is a new pane coming in, right? So let's just build this. Okay, we'll just add same type of content. Okay, so let's see where is our add button. Okay, so you guys have opened your this thing, right? Opened everything, and then you're doing, right? So see here we have our terminal ready. Okay, so let's start. Should we start coding? Let's do on click equal to let's say the function name is add content. Okay, so now this is our array and we have to add one more element into that array. So can anyone tell me how to do that? Okay, if you have practiced till now what I told, can anyone tell me how to push an element inside an array? Actually, answer that. Yeah,
Array dot push, no?
yeah, array dot push. Correct. So array dot push will actually push one element at the end of this. Okay. So always remember, guys, there are different ways of inserting data into array. One is array dot push. Okay, so let's say my data on adding is uh, let's give it an ID of uh, what to do for unique IDs. Control Z. We have to import a package, but let's do it. How to do it dynamically? Let's say const. Okay, let's take a variable. Just I'm explaining, we'll do this by completely generating a unique UUID, but just for now, for coding purpose, okay. A equal to 1, okay. Whenever we go here, increase the value of A to A plus 2. It will start from 3, right? ID is A, content is, let's say, I am Sonu Kumar, and date is same, today's date Wednesday 1609. Tomorrow we'll be covering this date function as well, how to convert your date function. Okay, so how to convert you will be getting a time, right? When you add, that time should be added, right? So how to convert that into this particular format, because the format that we'll get is completely different and we have to restructure it and format it so that we get something like this. Okay, so we'll see that tomorrow. Okay, so now data is this. Now just do array dot push data. Okay, and then also do console.log. Console.log, you guys know what it will do. My array is, it is very important tool, guys, when you are developing and doing these functional things to check whether it is working fine or not. It displays your data in console. Wow, nice. Okay, so you have to define it as variable. Okay, so that it will work. Okay, now let's do this. If you control shift I, if I click on plus, my array is 3, but it didn't change dynamically. So this kind of things will happen because we are not using any state as such. So your array, there is no event that is getting fired. Okay, so because of that, this array element, even if you push into it, your data is not gonna change that much. Your this thing is not gonna change. So we'll see on how to do that. Okay, so you can always use a function here. So this is a hook, guys. This is one hook we will be using. Okay, so let's do this. React dot use effect. Okay, and now what this will do is this will make sure that any change in data is captured. Okay, so let's say what to do. We have to uh, array
So you mentioned a term here, hook. What is?
hooks. So basically, hooks are, when we talk about functional components, any kind of change. Okay, any kind of change in your data is done by hooks. Hooks are basically hooks can be defined as kind of a function running internally. Okay, a predefined function running internally to capture change in data and all those things. Okay, so it works like that. Cool.
Oh,
पूरा DC
Yes, Sugan. Hello.
he's not in the stream.
Okay, so I thought he said something. Okay, so now let's see this, guys. We were not able to change this, right? Now we'll be able to change it. Okay. So there is this hook that we'll be using, react.useState, and just memorize this. Okay, just memorize. This is how you define a variable. So this is the data of the variable. We do array. Set array is an element. See, it is saying it dispatches a function. Okay, it dispatches a function so that your array can be, or your state can be changed. So this is your state. This is how you define a state, guys. This is how you define a state. Okay, and in that state, if you want to change the value of this array, you just do like this. uh, okay, so we'll be using something called a spread operator. Don't worry, you guys will be able to comprehend it tomorrow. I'll explain it in better terms. Array, set array, not like this. Okay, set array, inside that use the spread operator to spread your data and also add data. Okay, so this way you'll be able to set your data. Okay, let's see if we can set the data. See, previously what happened was, even if we defined a variable, that variable was not captured. Okay, but when we did use state, which is a hook, internally these changes happened. Okay, so these value which were there, so internally an event was fired so that this data can go and sit here, and that can also be displayed here. Okay, so this is the use of hook. Getting my point, guys?
ये 4 मूव पे है बस
Please come again.
Okay, so I showed you in two ways, right? First of all, I defined a variable array equal to something, okay? And then we added some data into that variable, okay? Over here we did variable array dot push, okay? So that data got inserted into this, but there was no event fired. So this whole thing remained the same, okay? Got it, guys?
Yeah. So right now, when the third sticky notes came up when you press the plus icon, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, it is changing dynamically. Okay.
Correct. So this is what happens, guys. So these are hooks. Hooks are basically what you can say, like when you are dying and you want oxygen. Okay. So these hooks are like that. These are the oxygen. So when you want to define a state and then change the data dynamically without intervening or writing the whole JavaScript, there is a big JavaScript how to parse variable and all those things. But JavaScript works on a event based listener. So this use state allows you to make that call that yes, when I am setting my data, so this spread operator, I told you spread operator, okay. So set array. So now in my array, when I have to change the data, I have to take initial content of the data and add one more data. So this spread operator will help you do that. So when you look into that links that I have shared, so this makes the data one object, two objects. So comma, comma, we have two objects and then this is a data. Okay. So now we have three objects. So based on that, this particular thing is coming. Okay. Got it, guys?
पढ़ने के पढ़ने के नाम
Hello? Guys, tell me if you didn't get it. Because I explained both way, guys. I first defined a variable. That variable changed the date, changed itself, but it didn't fire any event so that this can be automatically added when we create an app, do an plus button. But when we use hooks like use state, okay, so this is your state, okay, this is my property. I told it is immutable, but with the help of any hook we can change. So React.useState is your hook. Set array is that part from which this array can be changed. Okay. So when we did set array, this data dynamically popped in into this particular container. Okay. So just remember this, guys. When you define a variable and expect that to change by clicking something or calling a function, it is not gonna change. You have to define that variable inside a state. Okay, got it? So just remember this. This is gonna help you everywhere. This is what state is used for, so that dynamically an event is fired and based on that you can see your results popping in. Okay, guys, yes, no, maybe, didn't get it. So see a bit about states as well. Okay, so even if I explained it both way. Okay, if you guys want me to do, I'll explain it again, or do you want me to continue? It's up to you. Tell me.
कंटिन्यू प्लीज
ठीक करने का दिया
Like
है
this is something we have to right now just remember, and we can read about this more.
Yeah, so basically that's the thing, right? That's the thing. So you can remember this, and this is like one way of defining variable is this. This is react.useState, and then over here when you are setting the value, set it like this. But if it is array, set it like this. If you want to change the variable, just put that variable. Okay, so just remember like this. If you have to change, this is the protocol that we have to follow. So remember it like this. This is my protocol. This thing I have to follow. Okay, getting my point? guys?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is the protocol because each, you know, right? Each, what do you say? Each of the languages that we use, they have specified set of things that you should understand. Like there is a specified set of thing here that when you use state, your data changes dynamically, and this is how you do it. Okay. So in Java also you have to create a class. This is the way to create a class. This is the way to do something, right? So each and every programming language that you have, it has some predefined rules, and this one is one of the rules of React. Okay, we'll talk about this later, how to use effect. So use effect is another very good hook. Okay, so use state, use effect. Just remember this. These will help you the most when you are doing anything in React. Okay, so these are the things that is gonna help you the most. Okay, so now we talked about use state and did something. Now, if you guys want, I can show you another example. Okay, so now let's say const uh, data set data, not data actually, where a set, and always remember how am I writing array set array. So set, then this becomes a camel case. Okay, so now let's give it a value of use state, give it a value of 5. Okay, now somewhere here just write inside this input, not input, inside here only, content space var a. Okay, so you have var a. Okay, so now when I save it, so it's coming as 5 5, right? 5 is there, 5 is there. Just 1 minute, guys, just a minute. Okay, so 5 is here, 5 is here. Okay, if we want to change this value also, when we add a plus button. Okay, so let's do this, set var a as a. So whatever the value of a will be there, it is gonna change that value to that this value. Okay, now let's see. If we do plus, it changed all of these places now. Now if we do plus, if we do plus, क्या हो गया भाई? अच्छा, again where a will start from a plus 2. So yeah, these all values will be 3. So you saw again when I defined a plus 2, again it took a as 1 and then did. Okay, but you saw first time it changed, no? So this is how, let's say I am writing 9 var a plus 15 every time. Okay, I'm saving this. So every time it will take the value of var a and add 15 to it. 20, 35, 50, 65, 80, 95, 110, right? So yeah, this is how you change it, guys. This is how you change it. So these are some of the ways I have shown you how to use state. Okay. Set parameter is important for this. Okay, and you have to write like this only, set and then the name of however you want to do that hook. Okay, so did this explain a little bit to you guys what you did? It explained, guys?
Yeah. So
This one explained, right? It was simple. I took the initial value of variable and I'm just appending a 15 addition to that. Okay, so that way my value is getting set every time and changed, and you can see dynamically in each of the container which was even loaded, it was changing it. Okay, so this is the advantage of using state. Okay, these are immutable, but with set you can change it anywhere in the canvas that you are seeing, or anywhere where your data is there. Okay. So yeah, so this is all about these part, guys. So now let's go ahead and do the right pane. Okay, this one is important again. So what do we see when we see right content, right pane? Okay, here what do we see, guys? In right pane, what all things are there? Let's just imagine. Okay, let me take a screenshot. The way we do it, we'll do it the same way. Okay, let's imagine this. Okay, always UI part of the things we deal with it like this. Okay, we always start like this. This is my whole container. Inside that, what all things you see, guys? You guys are gonna tell me, not I'll not tell. Okay, what all things you see, guys, inside this?
There
Text.
is a text area, a delete button, a save button, a
There,
date.
there is a text area.
Yeah.
There is a
A save
delete button. Okay. There is a save
Save
button,
button.
and
Date is there.
date is there. And what about this?
Yeah, heading part.
We have this heading part, right?
Yeah.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we always start from the top and then we go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 components are there. Okay. Now let's just write the names of these. Okay. So we have a right pane, and in that right pane we have a card. Okay, so let's imagine this whole thing as a card. Okay, this complete thing is a card. Okay, so now let's go ahead and write this. I think you guys are now comfortable with how to write divs and everything, right? And this BEM naming convention. You guys are comfortable with that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have written it so many times, right? So that's why. So write pane underscore underscore card. So we did this. Write pane underscore underscore card. So inside that, what all things are there? There is this color part. Okay. There is this delete part. There is this part. There is this part. And then there is this save part. So we'll write it here. The way we do it. Color section. This always helps me in designing my a layout. So you guys don't have to follow, but follow this practice, guys. This is actually very nice practice to do. Okay, text area. Okay, in text area, what do we have? We have after text area, what do we have? We have a date field, right? So date, and then last we have a save button. Okay, let's just go ahead and create divs for that. So first of all, you have card color, same like that time we did. We just define class name equal to right pane underscore underscore card color. Okay, so this is gonna take this. Then we have this, where we have a card icon. Icon means that icon button that we are seeing. Okay, so I'll just write card icon because there is no other icon, right? Card icon. Okay. Now another div So let's first import that icon button, a delete button. Import delete button, delete icon, material UI slash delete, right? So this way we can import the delete icon. Let's just write. You guys are following me, right? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So now we added that delete icon. Now we have what else left? So we have a text area. Okay. Let's just say text field. We'll define it as text area, but let's just say it is a text field. Card text field. Okay. So over here, what do we have? We have a text area. Okay. Now we'll see another text area is written like this. Right. Let's just not keep it in a div because it's alone a self-closing tag, right? So it does not require to be added in a div as such. Just provide class name equal to right pane underscore underscore card text field. Okay, so this is the text area. Now we have view toggle word wrap. We have div class name. Let me know if I'm missing something. Okay, so we have a right pane.
Your class name is little different.
Oh yeah,
Right pane.
pane. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Who was this?
Rahul.
Thanks for paying attention, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
No, I know it's pretty late. That's why I'm.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, we have to type out what you write, right? Anyways, so
Yeah. No, you can watch the video, but still, if you guys are coming in, that's really nice. I feel motivated by that. Okay. Card button is there. Lastly, we have a button, the save button. So the save button, let's first import a button. How to import a button? Just write import button from material slash button. मैं बड़ी से याद हो गया है कौन सा कहाँ रखा है. Okay, and we have to also import save icon. Let's do it for now. Let's first create the whole thing and then we'll go to our CSS and everything. Import save icon. There was this save icon there, right? So let's import that. Material slash save. Nice. Yes. Okay. So we have this save icon. Okay. So if we go to materialui.com, you guys type this out first. Then we'll go to material UI and see. Let me know when you guys are done. Okay, typing this. Or if you guys want to write this down, you guys can write this down. Okay. I had a very nice habit of writing down when I was coding or doing something. Okay. And it helped me a lot. So I used to do things twice. So it helped me a lot. So you guys can also try that technique. Just one thing here, the type should be defined. What should be the type? Number, text, or what's supposed to define text? Okay. We had a color section, delete section, text area, date, and save button. So we have color section, delete section, which is this delete icon, text area is there, this is the text area. We have date, and then we have actually text area. No, we don't have to put capital E because this is HTML tag, so it's small. Then we have save button. Okay. Done?
Yeah, done.
Yeah, done.
Everyone else done?
Done.
Cool. Okay. So now we have a right pane card button and we have to put in the button over here. So let's go to material UI and see button. Okay. You just get lost. Material UI. So what do we have? We have a button which has an icon before it, right? So let's go to material UI, buttons. Okay. And just button react component. So over here, right? So something like this save one. Please don't reload it. Okay. So yeah, this save button is there, right, guys? So what is the syntax for that? If I want to just copy the syntax for it, let's just say this is the syntax. We have to remove the class name, okay? Because class name is inside the div. So there are multiple ways of styling, as I said. There is no right or wrong. Let's just remove this and see. Okay, let's just talk this. You can see. Okay. Hello.
So can you please paste this code over the Discord so that we can also copy?
Yeah. Just a second. I'm doing it. Okay. So this is the code. You just normal save start icon. Save. Always remember, guys, your Bible should be. Where should I post it? React.js Rockstars. Okay. Your Bible should be material UI. Whenever you think that I need a component, my Bible is material UI. Okay, so always remember this. So if I save this, it's gonna look like something. It's gonna look something. Okay. Let's see. So if I save this, it's gonna give me an error. Please give me an error. Give me an error. See, we have a save button, we have a text area, we have a delete icon, and nothing was defined here, right? So let's just go and do something. Okay, the same way in left pane we defined an array. Over here, let's define an object. Okay, set object. Okay, and let's just use react dot use state. So guys, that's why I told you object and these two things are important to manipulate the data in your this thing. So we'll talk about it. But since we are developing and seeing it, you will remember it more. Otherwise, when you go to some other coaching or something, they'll start with this. They'll just keep on talking this. Nothing you'll be able to develop. Just you'll know the concepts. That's it. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to start with the this thing. Your values are what or something like that. Okay. So content is, let's say, my name is Sonu Kumar. Okay. Now my ID was one. Content is my name is Sonu Kumar. I need a date field. Okay, to display here like this. You have a date field here, right? So just for that, let's keep it like this. Wednesday 16/09, and then finally selected. Let's say selected true. It's not gonna make any difference, but let's see this. Cool, guys. Just write this object, and over here just write object dot date. Cool. Give us a date field. See, one date field came. Now over here we need to give some initial value. So value should be content dot date, and you guys write this first and then we'll see. Value I say content object now. Object but date content looks fine, guys. Hello, did you guys copy this?
Yeah.
Now let's go and style this, and we'll look into one more thing. Okay, so let's go and style this first. So let's go to, you should go right paint.css. So now it's looking completely blurred, right? It's looking like what is there in this. So the styling will help us achieve that. So we'll see, say flex 1. Flex 1 lets you take the entire space. Okay. Display also as flex. Padding as 50 pixel. And then height as 350 pixel. It took everything here. Flex is 1. Okay. So now let's do and we'll go ahead and do this. Right pane underscore card. CSS, now you guys know CSS, so mostly CSS will be easy for you. Flex is 1 in the card also. Flex direction give it as column, so that all your this thing is not wrapped. Background color. So I've taken this background color again from the CSS that we have. Okay, width is automatic width, provide automatic so that it can. Margin right is 20 pixel, and max width is also auto, so that maximum width it can take whatever it needs to take. See, looks good, right? Hello guys,
Yeah, it is looking fine.
let me copy this, paste it on Discord. All these styling techniques that we are using, background color and everything, we're gonna using that again and again. Okay, so don't worry about it. And let's go to text field, okay, and do some magic there. Right pane. So till now we did right pane card, right pane, right pane, right pane card. So what is there next? Card color. Correct. Card color is same as last time what we did. Okay. So card color is something like this. Okay. So it will have a margin of its own. So see here, it came right. Now tell me this thing, guys. Tell me this thing. I want to make this go to right. What should be my command for card icon? Icon should go to right. What should be the command?
Flex and I think justify content.
Justify content flex and
Morning itself, I told you one more thing is there. Apart from flex,
yeah,
Margin, yeah.
margin
Auto.
left is automatic, so that it will take all the margin and go to right. Correct? Padding I am giving 5 pixel and 5 pixel, so that all around it has 5 pixel padding. So see, it went here, right? So now this is done. So what all styling is done? Do you want me to paste it or you guys can write? It's just 4 lines, 3 lines. If you guys want me to paste it, I'll paste it. Guys, hello. Hello.
write it.
You are writing it, okay?
Let's go ahead, Sona.
Let's go ahead. So see one thing over here, we have this, no? So it is clickable and it's nice, right? So to do that, what should we do? We should wrap our this thing, right? We should wrap our icon inside something. What is that? What should we wrap to make it clickable, guys? We have done it 4 times. Import
Icon
Icon button.
yeah, icon button from material UI /icon button. Okay. So yeah, now icon button we have this. It should have its own class. If we wrap it inside an icon button, it changes the class. Okay, so write pane, and then we have underscore card icon button. Okay, so let's just go ahead here and save this and see what happens. See, its padding changes. It took an automatic padding. I told you icon button has its automatic padding. We don't want these paddings to appear because we have already styled and it was looking nice. Okay. So what do we do in that case? We say was right pane card icon was there. Inside that there is this class name. So capture this class name. Okay. And do it like this. So inside card icon there was this card icon button. Okay, so capture this, give it a padding of 0000. So everywhere the padding will go and give it a color of white. So now let's save this and see. It came now. Now it's clickable as well. Looking nice. Okay. Cool. Guys? Yes, no, maybe. We are clear with this, right? So in writePane.js we just wrapped it, gave it a class name, and then over here we just captured it and then changed the color of it. Okay. Now coming to the important part, which is our text field. So this is done, this is done, this we have to do, then this, then this. Okay. So always remember, go with the flow. Go one after the other so that your code looks neat. Card text field. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of CSS now. So let me just copy this and paste it. These all are coming from the actual site. So word wrap we discussed, white space we discussed, border we discussed, outline we discussed, background color, inherit, text line. So most of the things we have discussed already. So don't worry about again redoing it. Copy from Discord, guys. So if I'll explain CSS every time, we'll only learn CSS, nothing else. Okay, so let's just go ahead and save this. See, it came like this now. But now if I write, I won't be able to write. So I'll tell you how to do that later. Let's just style our, I've sent you this. So don't worry if you're not able to see this. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do one more. Okay. So let's do this, guys. Let's check for which one is now pending. Color is done, text field is done. What all things are left?
Date and save button.
So we had this date, right? So date. So let's go and see what is there in date. Write pane underscore card date. Correct? So card date. So let's do margin left auto. Okay. Then do margin right 5 pixel. So margin left auto will take this to here, but in the right we need a margin of 5 pixel, just like this. We'll give 5 pixel. Okay. Margin top should be 5 pixel, and then margin bottom should be 5 pixel. So these things, and then the inherited color.
Like declare all this in a single line as it works in a clockwise direction.
Yeah, we can do it, but you know, right, left we have to do auto. So margin auto 5px, 5px, 5px we can do. I did it this way. There is no harm in doing any way. If you like that way, just do it. Okay. So there is nothing wrong with this, nothing wrong with that as well. Okay. So now see this came. So if we see here, this like this looks similar to this, right? Similar. Just this part is left. So styling wise will be complete after this. Okay. So now, so did we add primary here? That's why the color is coming. Just don't add primary. We need a gray color, right? Over here we have a gray color. So what should we do for that? Let's just go to button and see. Color is default, and if we want to change, we'll do it small and default. Let's do this. Okay. I'm doing this so that this matches with what we have created. It matches, no? Yeah, same thing as that. Cool, guys. So just change this in button. Color is default and size is small because we want a grayish button. Okay. Got it? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Got it, right?
Yes.
Now, we want to move this to the right. Same command. Okay. Dot right pane. What was that? Card button, right? It was card button. So right pane card button, and there just to padding as 5 pixel, and to move this to right, margin left, auto. Okay. So now see, it will give a nice padding all over by 5 pixel, and it will do this. Looks similar, no? This one and this one. Looking similar, right? Guys? Hello?
Yeah, very much. Exact, I guess.
It's exact. Very much. What's very much? What else do we need? But only thing is, if I type here, if you go and type in your box, you will not be able to type. Why is that so?
Yeah. Because it is just dummy. We have not made it functional.
Yeah, but another thing is, guys, so whenever you have a text field or text area, you should have an event for that. Okay. And that event is basically to basically add content. Okay. Content. So on change event should be there for that. This is a JavaScript event, guys. So whenever you change the value, you need to fire an event. Okay. And that event should allow you to change the state. Okay. So how
One
will
thing, so recording this or
yes, I am recording it. Okay.
okay.
But that doesn't mean you don't give your effort.
No,
Correct?
I'm like doing, but somewhere I missed. That's
Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay. And now on change, if we do, we have this object here. We have to change only the content, right? We have 4 parameters. So how will we do that? Same spread operator will help you here. Set object. I think this is what we should do. Content. Go to content. Take out. No, not go to content. Go to object. Okay. Take out the content. Okay. And then replace it with event dot target dot. Okay. So this is how we do it, guys. So we have an object. Inside object there are 4 values. So when we spread it, it becomes like this. and we have to append content so that our value is same as event.target.value. Okay, got it, guys? So this is again set state function that we use in leftPaint.js. Okay, so this is also setting that. So set object, we want to just change the content. So spread the complete object and then change it to event.target.value, whatever the content is. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and save this. What happened? Content is not defined. Okay.
So no. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry for the disturbance, but today I am logging out. My network has some problem.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't really worry. Thank you for informing, by the way. Good. Okay. So let's just give it.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Bye. So yeah, it will take something like this. It's content. Then it will do. Yeah. Content here is not actually it's the string, so you have to provide like this. Now see, is a good boy. He is nice. See, I'm able to write now. Okay, and to check that if I'm writing or not, just do this. On this, do on click equal to event. Okay, event dot prevent default. This is just to ensure that on click of a button there is not something haywire happening. Okay, console.log. Okay, what should be console.log? Object.content, right? So now let's write content is object.content. Yeah, let's not do console.log. Let's do alert so that we don't have to change tabs. Okay, guys. So this is one way. So we are spreading these elements. Whenever you see these three dots, that means these elements are getting spread. Okay, and we have to choose one element out of it and change its value. So what we did, we have chosen content and then we changed it value to event.target.value. Okay, got it, guys? Hello.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Now let's save this. Okay. My name is Sonu Kumar. Let's just save. So alert में क्या आ रहा है? Content is fine. Object.content is not coming. Seriously. अच्छा ठीक है. Console.log. Object.content should come. So let's do this. Let's do Control Shift I. Let's expand this. So content is my name is Sonu. Alert में कुछ problem होगा. Okay. Data. He likes learning React. Okay. Now just save this. Content is my name is Sonu Kumar. He likes learning React. So it is changing, right? It is changing that value. So this is what we wanted to test, guys. Okay. Looks similar, right? So when you will do today's this thing, right? Today's assignment, you will be able to understand these things in more in a better way. Okay. What is this spread operator? Spread operator is a very important operator, but if you just remember these concepts that I told you, you'll be able to do a lot of things in React. Okay, so it's like just like some of the rules that we need to follow. Any doubts, guys? Hello? Other people. We have Manish, Dinesh, Rahul, Romi, Shivam, Rajan. Okay, so did we reach till this point? But when you'll see this part 2 of the video, you'll be able to reach till this point, right? So, on that note, guys, let's just say goodbye to our YouTube people. You guys can also say because you are part of this. So, if people will watch, they'll be able to hear your voice. Okay, so just say your name and say bye so that our people can watch this and say thank you to you guys for coming here. Okay, please do that, guys.
Hi, Ranjan here. Goodbye to all.
Yeah, Manish.
That's really cool. Like,
Yeah. Rahul. We have two Rahul. Rahul, Romi. Well,
yeah, this is Rami signing off.
yeah. Don't go, guys, by saying that I have something. So he just left. Okay. So yeah, Rahul, you can say. Dinesh.
Hi everyone.
Hmm.
Uh, Okay, bye.
Dinesh. Dinesh, are you there? So I'll say on behalf of Dinesh, thank you. And Shivam, if you want to say something, you can say something to our YouTube people.
Thank
I
you for
forgot to say
providing.
thank you to you.
I also want to say thank you to you providing your time and effort towards us.
Yeah, you can say thank you to those people as well for watching. Yeah, so that will also help. Yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, press the bell icon, and see you guys.
Already done.
Yeah, for YouTube people who are watching, we are just reminding them
Yeah.
this time. Thank you
Yeah.
guys. Take care. Good night.